Good morning. My thought for the day is all about thoughts and the kind of how to shape and hold on to good thoughts and true thoughts and positive thoughts, particularly at this ridiculous, kind of scary pandemic we're going through. Um, I won't lie to you, even at the best of times, sometimes my thoughts aren't always the best. My brain isn't always very kind to me, and even when I know logically that things are great, that I've got lots to be grateful for, that the world's not as bad as I think it is, when you just get those days where you spiral a little bit. Um, but it's even kind of harder to hold on to now, when there is a lot to be worried about and stressed about, and a lot of us are doing our best, but maybe we're not coping very well. And so, right off the bat, I want to tell you that I nicked this idea from a devotional plan thing I did on the Bible app. So you should go check that out for the full thing. It's called Overhauling Your Toxic Thoughts, I think. But it was really helpful to really sort of help me understand how your thoughts work and how your thoughts shape, your beliefs, your actions, who you are. Eventually starts with the things that you think, and and you think, well, those thoughts just sort of happen spontaneously, you can't fix them, but actually you can. And in 2 Corinthians, Paul talks, he says something along the lines of, we take captive our thoughts that are not glorifying to Christ. I'm paraphrasing, but it's something along those lines, because that's where it all starts from. Like I said, your thoughts really shape the rest of your life eventually, and this plan I was doing has a very good process for that, where and so I thought I'd share with you maybe a bit of a challenge for you today, which basically comes down to capturing those thoughts and challenging them with truth. So the first thing that might be helpful to you is to sort of try and think about those thoughts that you've been having. Maybe make a list of the bad ones that aren't really true, or you hope they're not really true, but you just keep coming back to those. Make a list of those so you know what they are, because naming them is the first step to defeating them. And then try and catch yourself when you're thinking those thoughts, because again, sometimes I think we don't always notice what's going on under the surface, and we find ourselves being a bit rude, or a bit irritated or upset, and we don't really know why. And it might be that those thoughts are underlying that, so try and capture that, and then arm yourself with truth to defeat those thoughts. Surround yourself with helpful Bible verses, because even if it doesn't always feel true, you know it's true on another level. And one verse I keep coming back to is Proverbs 3 verse 5, which says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. And I find that incredibly helpful, because trusting and understanding are very different things, and trusting God's truth over my understanding of a situation, I think, is just the only way forward, really. If I lent on my own understanding, particularly when I'm having some of those darker days at the moment, I think I'd buckle pretty quickly. And I thought maybe it might be a nice activity to sort of surround yourself with that, to keep reminding yourself of that. Maybe you want to write down Bible verses that you find helpful, and put them up around the house. Maybe I've done a bit of a pretentious thing, but I've got some henna pens in my house, and I've been writing Bible verses on my arm to remind me. You can get them on Amazon. Actually, it's quite easy, and it's quite a fun thing to do with kids, actually, if you want to get yourself some henna pens and doodle while they don't have to go to school. And on one level, it can feel a bit twee and a bit empty to just quote your way out of a bad thought pattern. And by no means am I suggesting that it's easy, that it always works, but there is something in retraining your brain, in rewiring your neural pathways to focus on light and truth and positivity. And it's the more you notice it, the more you catch it, the more you tackle those thoughts, the more the easier it gets, and the more you reshape your brain and the way you think. So I hope that's a helpful idea, a helpful challenge. If it's not, I didn't come up with it, so it's fine. Surround yourself with truth. Write it on your skin. Maybe comment in the down below with your favourite Bible verses, the things that you find very helpful when you're having a bad moment in your brain. And see you soon. Have a good day.